You may not know it or even want to believe it, but every 2 minutes, a child is sold for sex right here in the United States.
The average age of that child is 13. And on any given month, nearly 100 children will be sold for sex online in the state of Tennessee. Nearly 100 each month.
And furthermore, every county in the state of Tennessee has reported cases of human trafficking.
And due to the increased amount of time spent on devices, the number of child exploitation cases in the U.S. continues to rise.
But these are just the ones we know about.
So why should you care? Because the United States is the #1 consumer of sex in the world, and human trafficking is the fastest growing enterprise.
Why? Because these children are seen as a renewable resource.
And while drugs can be sold one time for a price, a person, a child, can be sold over and over again.
This is called domestic minor sex trafficking, or DMST. It's the commercial sexual exploitation of a child in exchange for something of value.
Like money, food, shelter, or even drugs.
And trafficking isn't always like we often picture, where kids are snatched and grabbed off the street. More often, sex trafficking in the United States involves children being targeted online or in person, where they're groomed and then exploited.
And families, yes, you heard that right, parents and family members selling their own children for sex in exchange for drugs, rent, or shelter.
This is the reality of child sex trafficking.
And it's not just happening in your country. It's happening in your state, in your city, and maybe even in your neighborhood.
So we come together to fight for the freedom of our next generation.
Because these children are more than statistics. They're children with names, with futures.
Children made in the image of God.
And they deserve a future filled with His hope.
Will you join us?
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 Will you join us in taking a stand against child sex slavery?